There's only 6 games left in the season, 1 in every class. But before you watch them, you need to know it's time for the playoff dance. So Norfolk Catholic, Columbus Scotus, battling in Class C1. Oakland Craig, David City Aquinas for all the C2 glory. And in Class D1, we didn't get a team because BDS destroyed everybody. But that's okay, they're really good. Hey, look at me. And then in Class C2, Humphrey St. Francis CWC are playing football, and the champion gets the victory. Now let's talk about it. Norfolk Catholic, Columbus Scotus, first time they've played since 2005, which is really hard to believe. 2 Class C1 powers, both parochial schools within 42 miles of each other, and they're going to play a heck of a football game. It's kind of the game everyone's been looking forward to all year. It's that Justin Bieber of matchups. It's dreamy. It's what we all wanted. Both teams very physical, both teams very talented. Norfolk Catholic, though, I believe, having seen them play several times, is a little bit more physical, a little bit bigger, and will be your Class C1 state champion. In Class C2, there's a surprise finalist. Oakland Craig shocked the world. Not really the world. They just shocked the Nebraska high school football world by beating Battle Creek 27-14 in the semifinals. Earlier in the year, Battle Creek had defeated Oakland Craig 41-12. The numbers that first time they played, Oakland Craig gave up 409 rushing yards. This time, just 229 rushing yards. 495 total yards the first time, 265 total yards this time. And Oakland Craig has a adapt or die mentality. From game to game, Coach Joe Anderson creates game plans that really are adapted to that week's opponent. That makes them a difficult matchup for David City Aquinas, kind of the unbeatable team in Class C2, even though they have a loss, which was to Columbus Scotus, a Class C1 team, and that his game plan from week to week almost changes the identity of his Oakland Craig team, and it says a lot about his players, very smart, talented players, to be able to change what they're doing from week to week. Final class, Class D2, the smallest of all the classes in the state of Nebraska, and it's got 2 very talented football teams, Humphrey St. Francis Chambers Wheeler Central, also known as CWC. CWC beat them in the regular season 28-6. Both teams have evolved from that point on. Humphrey St. Francis has become even more physical as the year has gone on. Kyle Wemhoff in the last 2 weeks for the Flyers, 74 carries for 473 yards, and if he can't go around you or through you, he'll go right over the top of you. Very talented kid. St. Francis has more than just Wemhoff. Damian Baumgart has proven to be a very veteran, savvy quarterback. The thing about Chambers Wheeler Central, though, they hadn't really been tested all year, including that St. Francis game, until their semifinal win over Sandhills Sedford. They were only ahead 16-15 at halftime. Pulled away, outscored Sandhills Sedford 36-0 in the second half for the 52-15 win. Brendan Pelster at quarterback, Daniel Eibolt at running back provide a great 1-2 punch. I've talked about them throughout the year, but they're not the only weapons that Chambers Wheeler Central has on the field. They have actually 4 receivers with 297 yards or more. Connor Croxon has kind of been the go-to guy as of late for Brendan Pelster from the quarterback position. I don't think that Chambers Wheeler Central is going to win this one as easily as they did the first time. I think it's going to be a 4-quarter game. It's going to come down to the last possession. It might even come down to the final play. Humphrey St. Francis, I believe, has improved that much. Chambers Wheeler Central, I believe, is that good. I believe when it's all said and done, though, we will have 2 state champions from our coverage area, because you always hold up the pinky and this finger for 2. Those will be Norfolk Catholic and either Chambers Wheeler Central or Humphrey St. Francis. Oakland Craig, I don't think quite gets it done against David City Aquinas, but the Knights have had a tremendous season. And I have had a tremendous time telling you about it. I'm going to have one more tremendous time telling you about football, just wrapping up briefly what happens in the championship games. Then we're going to have a tremendous basketball season, and we'll talk about basketball all winter, but I don't want to talk about it now because it's only November, and it's going to snow on Friday, and it might even snow on Wednesday. What is wrong with the world? Me. I'm what's wrong with the world. Until I talk to you next time, I'm Tom Behmer for The Buzz.